Yo, what it do, you beautiful people of YouTube? It's your boy, Why You Mad? And today, we're gonna talk about everything XP related in 2K21 Myteam. We're gonna go through a whole breakdown of it and exactly what you need to know. And before we get into all of that, make sure y'all smashing that subby button and smashing that like button. I appreciate this support. We're trying to hit that big 15K, so make sure y'all send that help that way. First things first, what is the XP grind? This is something that's implemented this year in 2K21. Let's say you just got the game, or maybe you haven't played my team yet this year. This is something new to the game mode. 2K has implemented something called seasons. As y'all can see, this is season 4 and there's around 42 days in a whole season. There are 34 days left at the time of this video, and basically your sole objective is to get 150,000 XP for the grand prize of Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard. His stats are juiced, his badges are juiced. Obviously a staple, it's Kawhi Leonard. He's very great in 2K, so definitely a card that you most likely want. In seasons past, they've had Pink Diamond Curry, they've had Pink Diamond Blake Griffin, and they've had point guard, shooting guard Dwayne Wade. So pretty juicy cards. They're honestly very worth it. And the way you grind XP is just basically going into this screen where it says season 4 agenda. You click right into there, and as y'all can see, there are different tabs with different XP tasks in them. For example, for this one, it's win one domination game. For a different one, it could be score a certain amount of points with a specific player, or use a specific player in a specific game mode. And as y'all can see, different tasks have different amount of XPs. Obviously, the larger ones are the ones that people want to do the most, because you do one thing and you get a ton of XP from doing that one task. The most ideal thing to do is to group the XP challenges. Let's say you need rebounding, shooting, and using certain players for a specific game mode. You would do all 3 of those things, or maybe even assists you need in that game. So you would get 4 tasks done in maybe one game mode. So that is the easiest way to grind XP. But now that we got the nitty-gritty of what is XP and how do we get XP and everything else for the newbies out there in the my team world, let's talk about where you need to be. Let's talk about the myth of where you need to be. Let's talk about the levels. So as y'all can see, I'm level 17. To get to level 17, you need 5,400 XP, right? So between level 1 to 17, you only need 5k XP, more or less. To get to level 21, you need 10k XP. So that number, that level number, has nothing to do with anything, boys and girls. It's just a matter of getting these prizes at an easier rate. And as you keep leveling up, it becomes from level 21 to 24, you need 6k XP. So now it's 6k XP for a difference of 4 levels, and then it just keeps going further and further. Now it's only 2 levels. To get to level 26, you need 5k XP. So I want you to not obsess over the number. It makes absolutely no difference. It's kind of an illusion that they made. It seems like, oh my god, I'm level 25 and I'm halfway there, but you're not. So level 20 is technically the halfway mark, right? There's 40 levels. Level 20 is the halfway mark. But as y'all can see, level 20, you don't even hit 10,000 XP. You literally need 140,000 more XP points in order to get the grand prize of Kawhi Leonard. So don't pay attention to the levels. It makes absolutely no difference what level you are. What makes the difference is the time you have, the amount of MT that you have, and the grind that you have. So I know there are definitely content creators that say like, oh, you should be at this level, you should be at that level. That is absolutely not true. Don't listen to those YouTubers or content creators. That is an absolute myth. Unless you are trying to be one of the first people to get Galaxy Opal Kawhi, there's absolutely no reason for you to stress or overwork or overexert yourself right now currently to grind every task to get the most XP that you can, and I'm going to explain why. In the beginning of the seasons, this is the 4th season, mind you, I've already gone through 3 of these, and I'm giving you my experience. The first season, I didn't think it was worth it, so I didn't get Pink Diamond Stephen Curry. That was completely my mistake. He was a very good card, very OP. Even now, he's still very great at the point guard spot. Very hard to stop, but I did end up grinding for that Blake Griffin in the 2nd season, and Galaxy Opal Dwayne Wade I have as well. For Blake Griffin, I started off the grind strong, but then it just becomes too much. I feel like when you see all of those tasks, you get kind of overwhelmed, and that's what happened to me. It's almost like a panic mode where it's like, oh my god, I have to play all day, every day. I have to be on top of every single task. Because when you see a bunch of tasks uncompleted, I understand most of y'all feel underwhelmed, and I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I'm just like you. And I ended up contemplating not finishing that Blake Griffin grind. But what ended up happening in that second season was towards the end of the season, they just started dumping massive XP grind tasks. For example, as y'all can see, it says score 75 points with DeMarcus Cousins and you get 600 XP. Towards the end of the season, the last 2 weeks, this same task will be worth 2,000 XP. So they will release a new player towards the end of the season, and that same task, score 75 points, will have more than triple the amount of XP. So in other words, there's no reason to fret, there's no reason to stress. Towards the end of the season, they just drop so much XP, huge amounts of task XPs. So it's honestly pretty attainable as long as you have the time. For example, myself, I was at the 72k XP mark, and then I was just slowly doing it. I was 72 XP mark, and then 3 days before the qualifier, I just sat down, I started grinding all day basically, and for 3 days straight, I was able to get 70,000 XP. Mind you, after the qualifier, there was still a week and a half, I believe, of XP available. So that means I got it with a bunch of tasks still not fulfilled, and with a week and a half of new cards with new tasks still in the game. So that means they give out at least 250 to 300,000 attainable XP in a season. So there is no reason for you to do every single task, every single grind, absolutely no reason. And why overwork yourself doing this task, for example, with 75 points for DeMarcus Cousins, when 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, you will do the same task with a different player and get triple the amount of XP. So that's why, guys, I'm kind of suggesting that you work smarter, not harder. And that's one of the most common questions I get in streams. What level should I be? I'm level 25. Do you think I can get Galaxy Opal Kawhi? And guys, I'm here to tell you, even if you're level 1, you can still get Galaxy Opal Kawhi. It doesn't matter what level you are. You can literally, it just depends on the time that you have and the amount you can give to this game. If you can sit here for 5 hours every single day for like the last week and a half, you will get Galaxy Opal Kawhi. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There's just going to be so many players that have so many huge XP amounts. You will 1000% be able to attain it. But it also comes into question, do you have enough MT to buy those expensive players at the time? So that's why the biggest factors are the amount of MT that you have to buy the expensive players, because the expensive players are the ones that have the biggest XP points towards their challenges. And do you have enough time to give to the game? If you have those two things, let's say MT is not an issue and time is not an issue for you, you don't have to stress out about this XP grind. I promise you don't have to stress out about this XP grind. You can give it all you got for the last 2 weeks and you won't feel stressed. You won't feel overwhelmed. You won't feel like, oh my god, I have to do all of these challenges. So that's what I kind of wanted to break down for you guys. I know there's a misconception in the community right now, like you have to be a certain level. You absolutely do not have to be a certain level. And I'm telling you from experience. Everybody kept on telling me that I was behind in my streams, and I knew that I wasn't because I had the time, I had the resources, meaning the MT, to buy the expensive players and just do the XP grind for the massive amounts of XP. So I just wanted to clarify that myth that maybe either YouTubers or content creators are throwing out there that you have to be a certain level. You do not. You absolutely do not. There is a plethora of XP, I promise you, if you're new to my team. If this is your first season, they are going to be releasing massive XP grinds, especially with the new NBA season starting already. There are moments challenges now for players having outstanding performances. So there is definitely a lot of XP to be made. I don't want anybody to stress out. I know I was extremely overwhelmed for that Curry grind, so that's why I kind of gave up on it, but I didn't make the same mistake with the other two players. So if you want to go low and slow, you could go low and slow. If you want to overexert yourself now, you can do that as well. It just depends on your time. If you want to do it very, very slowly, like maybe you give an hour a day to the game, you can get that Kawhi Leonard as well. There's absolutely no rush unless you are trying to be first for that Kawhi Leonard. There's absolutely no rush to this XP, especially since most of it does not expire for a very, very long time, mostly till the end of the season. Basically, guys, the point of this video, all in all, just concentrate on your grind. You will know what you are capable of. Can you give this game 3-4 hours a day? If so, there's nothing to worry about. You should be good. Also, do you have enough MT to buy the players? If you don't have enough MT, grind that MT right now. Get around 200 to 300,000 MT. It might take a few days. 1000%. It might take a few days. But once you have that MT, you buy the player, you do the challenges for that player, you buy the other player. And then you keep on doing that rotation. There's absolutely no excuse to not be able to do the XP grind. There is a bunch of content creators who are no money spent that get the player every single time. There's no excuse. It just depends on your time and if you can do that grind. That's all that it matters on, guys. So don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't compare yourself to any content creator. Don't compare yourself to anybody that you know. It's all based on you. So be honest with yourself, know what you can do, and do it. I hope I made sense, guys, throughout this whole video. I hope it was informative enough where the new people who are joining the My Team community understand what the season is, what the XP grind is, do you have to do every challenge, and where you should be at. I hope I made things very clear for you. If I did not, I do apologize. Obviously, I'm just trying to help you guys. I know from my personal experience, I was so overwhelmed that first season, so I just wanted to throw out that information your way, and you can take it whichever way you want to. And also, before you go, let me know what level you are currently, just for the shits and giggles. I appreciate y'all, and if you made it this far into the video, make sure to smash that subby button, smash that like button on your way out as well. I do appreciate that support. We on the grind to 15K, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Doses, boys and girls.